everybody, excuse the fairly naked face. I've actually just done a little mini review on the new Gosh #foundation drops, and that will be linked in the information bar if you want to check that out. And that is basically what I have on my face. So I've done my usual routine on how I cover my rosacea. I will link that video in the information bar below also. The only thing different is I have just done the base routine and then I've used the Gosh foundation on the top. I'm really impressed with it, that you can see my first thoughts in that video if you want to check it out, and if you're interested in trying out these new Gosh foundation drops because they've just released. And what I thought I'd do today is kind of a chatty get ready with me. I'll try to keep it brief because I know that I can just waffle on, but I thought I would do it because I've got some new products to try out and I thought this was a great opportunity to do that. So base is on. Now when I first applied it, it did feel quite oily, but it's settled down quite nicely now and the coverage is fantastic. And it's got a nice little bit of a glow about it. So I'm not going to use too much powder, but I do have a new powder to try, which is the Infallible, and I need my glasses. This was in Superdrug for $4.99 and it is the 24-hour matte powder. And I really love the matte foundation, so I just thought that I would give the powder a try. Now I know I've got quite a glowy look, but I'll just use it to kind of set around where I get a little bit more oily because it's quite warm today. It comes with a little powder puff in the bottom. But I won't use that, I'll use a brush with it because I want a lighter application. Anyway, let's start getting some makeup on. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my brows on. Now I've gone back to using the MAC's Dirty Blonde, which is the Fluid Line Brow sort of gel cream. I went off it for a while, but I've gone back to it and I absolutely love it. And I'm just using the little Zoeva brow brush. I love this brush, it's amazing. And I don't go outside my brow shape. Please excuse that it's quite noisy. My husband is watching football. So I do just keep it very much to what my brows are, but my brows are quite sparse on the outer part of the brow, so I do need to fill them in. I like the depth of the colour in this one. I always go for like a dirty blonde or a dark blonde rather than a brown because I just think it's a lot better of a colour for me. But I do think that with my hair being the colour it is, I can just kind of pretty much get away with most brow colours. That's it. Really love this stuff, it's amazing. I don't know why I went off it in the first place, but yeah, definitely back on that stuff. Now what I've started to do is, because I've watched certain people do their makeup and I've watched them and they do it this way, is I've started to just put the base on and then I do the eyes and then I do sort of all the concealing, contour, blush and all that kind of stuff. I'm very talkative with my hands today. So I do all that kind of stuff afterwards. So first I'm going to prime the eyes. And I've got the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Primer. I really like this stuff. I kind of flit around with my primers. I don't tend to use the same one all the time. And I just rub it in with my finger, make sure it's on the inner eye corner, take it up to the brow. And then I always just, whatever's left on there, I get my finger and I always run it underneath the eye. There you go. So, not a lot going on with me. I've been working from home during the holidays and I've had a couple of weeks off, which has been really nice. I so needed it. Just been flat out at work because I was covering and it was just, wow, I needed the break. So I've got a little bit of work to do before I go back, but I go back next week and it's all for change, so it's all quite exciting. Ages ago I did a weight loss video and I was like, I'm gonna lose a stone before this time, and I haven't done. Wow, I've lost about 5 pounds in about 4 months, which is crazy. But that said, I have been exercising a lot, and I spoke to the nutritionist and sort of the lady who like sort of personal trainer at the gym, and she just kind of said, well, don't worry about it because you're exercising a lot more. Muscle weighs more than fat, and she says as long as you can see a difference in how you're looking in the mirror, so just keep looking at yourself, keep looking at the clothes you're trying on, and if you can see a difference there, then you more than likely are actually losing weight. It's just not registering on the scales because you know, your muscles, because I go out walking the dogs and I'm out like 45 minutes to an hour with the dogs, and I'm walking to Haute and back to meet Alec, and I've been doing so much walking and I'm feeling really good for it. So yeah, very positive, so very excited, and definitely seeing huge changes in the shape of my body. I'm feeling so much more confident in my shape. But I have lost this week 3 pounds because I keep like fluctuating. Do you know when you, I put my mirror down because I'm so serious. Do you know when you get to the point where you're at the stone and then you go under it and come back over it, and under it, I don't know if anybody has this, but I've got a thyroid problem, so losing weight for me is a huge deal because it's incredibly difficult, because my thyroid is just sat down with its feet up and it's not doing anything. Even though I take medication, the thyroid just not functioning properly. So it's difficult for me more than other people, and I see other people losing weight and I think, oh well, that's great for you. I don't agree with some of the ways some people are doing it, because I just think that you should make a lifestyle change and not do something that's something that you can't keep up for the rest of your life. Not just because it's like not finance, not all those kinds of things, but just because that's not a normal way to live, eating the way that, you know, you have to on some plans that are out there at the moment. So I just believe in making a lifestyle choice, which is what I've been doing. My portion sizes are so much smaller. I feel so much healthier. Like I said, I'm drinking a lot more fluids. I just said that in the video, not in this one. I'm drinking a lot more fluids because I spoke to the doctor. She says 3 to 4 litres. It doesn't all have to be water, because everybody bangs on about 4 litres of water and just clear water. It doesn't have to be. She totally went through that with me. She says fluids are not going to help you exactly lose weight, because they don't aid in like sort of breaking down fat or any kind of things like that. They do help you make you feel more full, and sometimes you can get like what you think are hunger symptoms, and it's more thirst, which is something that I've learned because I just don't drink very much, to be fair. I've lost my train of thought. But she said that you don't just have to drink just water, you can actually like put something in it, as long, you know, like sort of something like an orange or something. So I tend to do that. I've got pink grapefruit today, which is like a barley, which is really nice, and which makes it much more nicer to drink, because I'm not a huge water fan. But she says the whole amount does not need to be just water, because your body just needs fluids in order for all of the organs to function properly, and that's what's key really to losing weight, is that your organs are functioning properly, and then if they're functioning properly, then they're dealing with the things that you put in your body better and more efficiently. So it can include tea and orange juice and milk and whatever you drink. Of course you can't just drink 4 litres of Coke and expect to do anything, because that's far too much sugar for anybody. I do still enjoy a glass of Coke, but I don't drink as much as I used to. So I'm really proud that I've done that, because I could drink 2 litres of Coke a day. And although that's not something that's going to make me gain weight, it's just something that is not going to help me in my weight loss. But you still can drink fizzy drinks. I could drink 2 litres of Coke and then not drink Coke for 5 or 6 days, and I'm perfectly happy with that. If I feel like I want to drink it and I need it and I'm enjoying it, then I'm just going to drink it, because that's how my diet works. Okay, so I'm not losing weight particularly fast. More a thyroid thing than anything else, but I'm happy because I can see my body changing, and I know I'm doing it healthily, which is the key thing. And I know that these are changes that I'm making that I will stick to, because my body's getting used to it, and it's something that, you know, it's a plan. Finley, as soon as you say, have you been naughty? Now he'll either just look at you, and if he rolls over on his back and puts his legs in the air, you know he's actually done something somewhere, because he's quite naughty. Anyway, so yes, I don't want to be one of these girls who's like, I want to lose like 6 stone in a year. Oh, good for you, but that's not healthy for you or your body. And is that the way you do it? Is that something that you're going to live by for the rest of your life? No, probably not. So I just think you should make lifestyle changes, and that will change the way you live your life and then help you be more healthy. And for me, that's what it is. I would love to lose, in fact I want to lose at least another stone and a bit to get me back into just where I was for my wedding weight for my next birthday, which is January. That would be amazing, so I'm aiming for that. And I've lost 3 pounds this week, so I'm really happy, and I've got 2 pounds under that stone. So as long as I keep continuing going down a little bit, because I fluctuate, because I do have water retention and stuff, so I tend to fluctuate quite a bit from day to day. So yes. Anyway, I'm not putting makeup on and I'm totally just waffling. Anyway, I've got the eye primer on. Right, yes, I'm going to do the Navy ×9. So this is a bit of a catch-up sort of chatty get ready with me, but I'm going to use this colour in the crease. So that's what's kind of going on with me. It's a nice relaxation time, being very busy at work and stuff. So what's everybody else been up to? we got all of Tony's uniform sorted and her glasses and everything, so she's all ready to go into her final year. She got great results on the first half of her GCSE exams. That's really good news. People have asked about how Finley has settled in, and Finley has settled in like this has been his forever home. Made himself completely at home. He's quite naughty if you leave him to his own devices. He likes to dig a bit in the backyard. We've got some animals buried in pots back there. It's a pet cemetery basically. That sounds awful, but you know. And he digs a bit, so we've got to keep an eye on him, and he can be quite naughty. He's got a thing about tea-like candles, likes to try and eat them, so that's quite interesting. So he does keep you on your toes, but him and Ripley get along so fantastically. I took them out for a walk yesterday together, and I just was watching them run side by side, and it's just so nice because Ripley really benefits from that little friend, I suppose. Kind of play all day, which is really nice. Right, I really like this blue colour here for the inner part of my eye. So yes, he's settled in really nicely. Somebody did ask if he was a rescue. Yes and no. He was on Gumtree. Somebody was selling him because they just didn't have the time, and you know, he was in his cage all day, and then he was only out of his cage a short period on a night, and it wasn't really very good for him, and they wanted him to go to a home with, you know, companionship and stuff. He settled in very nicely, completely made himself at home. It's a little bugger. That's up there. And his name is Finley, right? But he gets called Finn most of the time because his name is, let's say his Sunday name is Finley Hudson Pacey, but he gets Finn. So Finn Hudson is obviously Corey Monteith, and that is, he played Finn on Glee, and he sadly passed away, and we were very upset about that because I thought he was lovely, and you know, it was sad, and we feel things, so we're Glee fans. So he's called Finley Hudson Pacey, and he gets Finn most of the time. Tony calls him Tiny or Tiny Head. He's got a tiny little head. Yeah, I mean, he's lovely. I'm just putting Silver Fog up on the brow bone. Sorry, I didn't tell you. He is lovely. He's a little rip. He's got some toilet training issues. He's had a few accidents, but not too bad. I think the great thing is he's got other dogs here who he sees go out in the yard doing stuff, so you know, it just tends to be a case of he's kind of learning from them, which is really very good. It's nice. I like the 3-dog dynamic. I'm aiming for the 4. Possibly 5. The more dogs, the better. Okay. Here he is! A little shit! Tiny head! Ah, there he is. He likes cuddles, don't you, Finn? Oh. I think I've really just been handed him by Tony because she's sick of him. He keeps going in her room and stuff. Don't you? Are you being mischievous? Look, he looks so innocent. He likes to be cradled on his back like a baby. He loves to be picked up and snuggled, and he loves attention. He's had a couple of baths in the sink because he gets dirty. Look at that face. Not mine, obviously. I'm not as cute as Finley. Oh, so cute, aren't you, Finn? So yes, so that's why the name was chosen. That's why he's Finley, because he's Finn. And when he's naughty, he gets Finley Hudson Pacey. Don't you? Yes, we are strange. We've got this thing about having sort of TV and character references for names. We do have the next couple picked out, actually. Not to give too much away, we've got a Batman one and we've got a National Treasure one. So, yes. He's going to sleep. You see. You're sleepy. Look at that. He's so chillaxed. I'll put you down. So there you go. That's where he likes to be held. I'm going to put you down. I know you're sleepy. Okay. I can't pick you up like that, no. Ripley's like, me next! No. So let's go in for this middle colour. It's like sort of a bluish grey. I'm just going to put that here. I don't really know what I'm doing at this stage. I'm just, you know, I'm winging it. I actually don't think I want that colour there, but I've done it now, so there we go. And apparently these little ×9 palettes are permanent, which is amazing, because I wouldn't want to run out. Because some of these colours are obviously unique to these little palettes, and I just love the colours. So we'll leave that at that now, because I want to get a nice little blending brush. And then I'm just going to take the darker, so awkward, the darker colour here at the end and blend it across. Just to blend the edge of that colour out. I don't like harsh lines. And I find it quite difficult because the shape of my sockets are a little bit different on each eye. So I always get like the result on one eye, and then it's difficult to get it to look identical on the other eye. It's a small problem, but it's a problem nevertheless. Right, I've put a bit of silver fog in the centre, and then I've just decided to pull this blue across a bit more. I'm just going to go back in and top up that outer colour. My fibromyalgia over the past week has been so bad. I had a bed day, because that's sometimes where I end up having to go when it gets really bad, but I had a really busy week last week, just because I was like, I did a whole massive summer clean. I got rid of 3 weenie bins full of crap, and a car full of charity shop stuff, which was quite good to get rid of. And it feels good, and I totally cleaned the entire house, but I totally feel it now. And then I did a bunch of other stuff because we went and got Tony's glasses sorted last week, so we did that. I had my hair appointment, just loads of stuff all week, so yes, busy old week, but it's been a very relaxing week this week, so that's been really good. But I've needed it because, like, anybody who has fibromyalgia will understand that you can do stuff and you can feel perfectly fine, but then it'll just hit you like a ton of bricks. Like I don't know if you can even see, I have massive swelling up here on my muscles at the moment. They're so huge and swollen and painful. My back and my neck, it's just, oh. It's not good. I'm not going to whinge at you. I kind of just have, but there you go. Right, I just want to put a touch more silver fog. I'll probably do like a separate get ready with me video for this palette actually, because this has kind of been a chatty get ready for me. Not everybody who wants to look at these palettes wants to see that. But I really like that. This is a colour that I do, a look that I do quite regularly. I like the sort of brighter blue and then the dark on the outer edge. So I just enjoy this look. So that is that. And my battery is flashing at me, so I'm going to plug myself into the power, and then we'll continue with the rest of the face. Now, people might think this is a bit of a dramatic look, but I'd happily wear this to go out, but that's just me. So that's that. Right, let's get on with concealing and all that good stuff. So, oh, I haven't put mascara on, but yes, let's do that. So I'm just using my Style Neon in Lights Out. I am obsessed with this liner. I just realised that I haven't done any colour underneath, so I'm just going to take a pencil brush and go back to the palette. I'm probably just going to do the centre colour. These little by 9 palettes, they're just amazing, and some people kind of look at them and think, oh, that's a lot of money, you don't get a lot of shadow, but there's some unique colours in here, and they're probably going to be really great for travelling with because they're just small. A couple of them kind of lack sort of highlight shades, I would say. But I really like them. I particularly love this one because I love cool tone sort of shades, so I'm really enjoying this one. But I do reach for it quite a lot because I really like a palette where I can do a whole eye. And the thing is, people go, oh, but they're so small, but MAC shadows just last forever. I mean, I use vanilla constantly and I've got a dent in it. I've still not hit pan. I don't even know how that's possible. It's like a Mary Poppins colour. It just seems to have no bottom. But yeah, they're just fantastic. I love MAC shadows. So, right. It looks quite messy now, but don't worry when we get the rest of the face done. That's why I used to do the whole of the face first. I'm not one of these people who can do their eyes and then go on to do the rest of the face. I always would be clumsy and possibly get concealer or something on the eye look. But that's not just that, it's like, I just can't. I look at my face without like foundation on and I can see the rosacea and maybe spots and redness, and I can't concentrate on anything else because I kind of feel, I know it's just me, but I kind of feel exposed, do you know what I mean? So I prefer to do foundation first, but I've kind of learned that the best way is to do the foundation, do the eyes, then do all the concealing, because then you can get any kind of fallout. I'm going to use the Urban Decay version. It's just a little sample that we got in the Naked, is it On the Run or On the Go? I always forget. So let's just get on with concealing. So I'm really enjoying the Urban Decay concealer. I use it loads. I know sometimes, like, particularly this kind of thing, you're kind of like, oh, it's so pricey, kind of, I don't want to use it, but that's just madness. I'm not one of these people that buys tons of makeup and then just never uses it. I tend to use everything that I get. I've got a damp sponge to kind of set that into the skin, and I just use a pattern motion. Now, you're probably wondering, why haven't I done the bridge of my nose? Maybe you're not, I don't know. But I will do that in a second. Ooh. Thought that was a dog.
What are they doing? Sat down there.
Because I'm making a video and that's what they do, they keep me company. They're lovely.
At least they're not going out. Losing 2-1. Squad first.
Okay. So, just pattern that into the skin. So that's the concealer, sorry, done. I do a little bit of the Lumi Magic under the eyes. Just extra little bit of brightness. If I was going out somewhere special or a long day at work, I would use the YSL Twisher Claw. But because I'm not really going anywhere, like if I'm not really going anywhere special, I'll just use the Lumi Magic. Right, I probably do need to quickly go back to the palette and just get Silver Fog and just put a tiny dot more on the inner eye corner, just where I've kind of lost it. That's it for most of the concealing. The only other thing I do is I do use the Urban Decay pencil. I think mine's in CIA, yeah, CIA. And I just do love to use that down the nose. It's lovely and light. And then I just pat that. And I don't know if you can see, it kind of just really brightens up the bridge of my nose, which I like. So that's that done. Next, Actually, I might just do a little bit of powder. I'm just going to put some powder on my nose and under eyes. Just going to use a fluffy brush. And I like to do a little bit down here. That's quite powdery. That's the first time I've used this Infallible matte powder. Yeah, getting a lot of like dust coming off it when I'm using it with the brush, even though I'm being gentle. So it's okay. I mean, it was $4.99, so, and it does what I want it to do. And I love the foundation, so it's quite nice to have a powder to go with it. But that's it so far. Quite pleased. So next we're going to move on to doing some contouring. Actually, I'm going to use this to blend with today, and I just tend to put a little bit of Fix Plus on it just to dampen it. I do need to get a little spray bottle just for water because I don't want to use Fix Plus for that all the time, but that's what I'm using today. And what I am using today is the Smashbox contour. That was the bronzer. But that's okay, because I also go into the contour area with a bronzer as well, so we'll just go with it. And we'll use it where I was supposed to use it. So I put a little bit here, a little bit there, and a tiny bit in the centre. That is the bronzing part. I use these contour sticks all the time. I think they are so amazing. And I would say using a sponge, it kind of takes some getting used to, but you just find that you just kind of dabbing really. I don't have a big forehead or anything, which is I know why people tend to do that part. I just quite like how that sort of bronzed edge looks. Oh my goodness, I saw somebody the other day and just like makeup mishaps and like not having to go at anybody because I'm not like a makeup artist. But she must have had a hairband on when she did her makeup and she put all her foundation on and she was quite bronzed. But then, I don't know how she hadn't noticed, but she must have took this hairband off and she had this like thick stripe here where her skin was a completely different colour to the rest of her face, and it was all the way around, and it was like, oh my god, how did you not notice that? Okay, so that's a little bit of bronzing done. I know you're probably thinking, well, what bronzing are we talking about there, Lisa? Because I can barely see it, but I really like it. So, right, we're going to contour with the Illamasqua contour stick. And just draw it on. Use the same sponge. And I used my coat. Did I ever tell you this? I think I probably did. But when I got this, I did like a little review, because you can, on their site, you can kind of like review their products and you can check out other people's reviews and see what people are kind of saying. And I reviewed it and I put thanks for the cheekbones as part of my review. And when they sent out a promotional email not long after, and I kept it, it had that on. It had my little thing. It didn't have my name, it just said Illamasqua customer or something like that, but so that is basically what I'm doing with the contour. I'm keeping it very, very light today. Sometimes I go a little heavier, but I am going to go in and set it with a powder, so that is the reason I'm not going too heavy. And I'm also going to be using some bronzer as well, which I quite like to take into that area, so we're not going to mess with it too much. But what I'm going to do to set it is I'm going to use the Illamasqua eyeshadow in Heroine, and I'm just going to use the Real Techniques 301 contour. And you shouldn't contour all the way to the corner of your lips, because that's just like that's not, you're trying to create hollows in your cheeks. That's a whole different look. Now I'm going to go on to do some blush and highlight, and I'm going to use the, well, it is new to me, an Urban Decay blush in Rapture. which I'm absolutely loving. I got this in the Feel Unique 10% off sale, and then I got my extra 10% off. And I have a bit of a love affair with these kinds of colours at the moment. And then what you want to do is, well, like I'm giving a lesson or something here, but I always keep it on this part of my cheekbone, and then whatever's left comes down on the apples, because if you've got a larger face and you concentrate a lot here, it just kind of brings forward this kind of plumper part of your face. It's not attractive, so I always tend to keep it back here. Many moons ago I had a blush in this colour. I think it was from Miss Selfridge when they did a makeup line, and I absolutely loved it, and then they stopped doing it and I was just devastated, so I'm really pleased to have this because it's such a gorgeous colour. And I think that this goes really well with that contour. So that's that. A new thing that I'm also doing, I take this Kryolan highlighter, which was from a Glossybox, hence the Glossybox logo, and I just take it on my finger and put it there. And the only reason I really do that little bit there is because Nikki Tutorials does it, and I always just think that she just looks so amazing. I don't know if you watch Nikki Tutorials, but she is just amazing. I love watching her. So I just pop that there. So let's just put a little bit of highlighter on the cheekbones also, which I don't have one out. But we'll go for my favourite, which is always at the front, which is Lightscapade by MAC. Look, no dome at all. It's flat. It's looking very sorry for itself, but I just love Lightscapade. I'm really happy with that. I feel like lately I've just kind of like put a lot of techniques into place, and I'm feeling a lot happier with like how the finished result of my makeup is. I felt like sometimes it could look a bit cakey and not finished and not enough coverage, but I definitely feel like a lot better about it. Anyway, I'm going to use this Gemma Kid double-ended pencil. I don't know what it's called, but that is the pink that I'm going to be using. It's really nice. Got this off ASOS like forever ago, and I've only just started to use it because I'm trying to be better about using lip pencils. I've just moved everything around and I keep getting where I've actually put things. But I'm going to be using Steady Going from the MAC collection. I've tried this yet. I've swatched it but not worn it, so I have to say the formula on this one's a little drier than the others, but it's so worth it because I love this colour so much. So that's that done. I'm just going to take a little brush, this one will do. I'm going to go back into Lightscapade just to do a little bit of a lip highlight. And a little bit more on the end of my nose. I'd wear with this any colour lip. I quite like a dramatic lip and a dramatic eye, but I wanted to wear this pink because I wanted to try it out. But I'm really pleased with that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little bit of rambly, chatty, get ready with me style video. Give me a like, share, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe if you have enjoyed. I hope you are having a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and I'm going to love and leave you and see you in my next video. See y'all later guys. Bye.